Hey everyone, Blubber here, and we are going to be going over, in my opinion, the top 5 best car games on Roblox. Now, this is totally down to opinion, so let me know what you guys think are the top 5 best car games down in the comments down below. And let me know if you guys want to see a part 2, because it was really hard to fit 5. Well, actually, I did a honorable mention, so there's 6 in this video. But yeah, it was really hard to narrow down to 6. I tried to do a combination of like roleplay games, like racing games, and like a mix between both. Also, for some games that have roleplay, I also made sure to mention some RP servers for them. But yeah, anyways, if you guys want to like skip to a game, refer to the timestamps down below. I'm gonna lay it all out for you guys. But if you guys want to like see the video for its entirety, just watch through. And yeah, let's hop on to our first game, which is a honorable mention. Alright guys, so for the first game on this list is Ultimate Driving, and it is a honorable mention, which is very hard because Ultimate Driving was once my favorite car driving game on Roblox ever, and it's probably a lot of your guys' favorite driving games. This game has been around forever. It's literally like a veteran like racing driving game. If anyone's been on Roblox, you've probably heard about this game, which really shows how big it once was. It's still decently sized, but it's kind of died out compared to other games that have come up recently, and the content updates have not been really too substantial. The game does house a countless amount of cars, like they're so crazy, and honestly, the cars are going a lot better. I started playing one of the cars that were like blocky and like not so good looking, but they've actually become really good. But I kind of feel like Ultra Driven's kind of like lost its spice it once had. I redid the map, which was actually really good. They added like a ton of really cool updates, but I feel like it kind of lost its character, and that's why it's only honorable mention. Now, this game does have quite a decently sized roleplay community. I've done a few roleplay videos on it. I'm not really sure about any servers though, but if you guys search, you can probably find some. And yeah, it's a good game, but it just hasn't really kept up to date too well, and that's why it is number 6. So for number 5, we actually have Vehicle Legends. Now, you guys know I don't think I've ever done a video on this game before, but Vehicle Legends is actually a pretty fun game. I have played it quite a bit. Actually, not too much. I played it occasionally with some friends and stuff. It's actually a pretty good game, though. The one reason why it's not super high up on the list, despite all its really good things, is I don't feel like the car quality is as good as it could be exterior-wise. In a moment here, we're going to see the interior car, and I feel like the interior is done perfectly well. Like, this looks really good, looks really nice, but the exterior of the cars, I don't really feel like have the highest quality. And I feel like they try too hard to not look like their real life counterparts, which just kind of makes them look like made up cars, which is probably what they're going for, but I just feel like other games do model their cars slightly better than this game. This car does have a decently sized dealership, but again, I'm just not a huge fan of the way they design their cars, but that just comes down to personal preference, and this whole entire video is kind of based on personal preference. So yeah, there's kind of like that. But one thing I do love about this game is it does have 2 maps, which is the main one, which I actually don't like the main map, but the French Alps map is really good. I love that map. Come here, we're gonna be able to drive around it actually. Yes, you're right. This map is extremely highly detailed. It looks really nice. The roads are really cool too, and it's just a really cool addition. Like, I totally have this as a main map over the one we do have, but I understand why this is a side map, mainly because, you know, it's kind of like it's a small map first of all, and also you can't really do much besides follow the road, but it's just a lot nicer to look at. And honestly, I had a lot more fun driving on this map compared to the main map, more or less. But yeah, it does have a good variety of cars. The designs for the cars, not the best in my opinion, and it does have pretty nicely detailed maps, and the car handling is also not the best, but I get it kind of goes for a arcadey style. But yeah, anyways, so this car game, Vehicle Legends, is ranked number 5 on this list. It's a good game, just honestly, I feel like it could improve in some areas. But yeah, let's go on to number 4. Alright guys, so for number 4, we have Driving Empire, which is actually a game you guys really always want me to play this game, and I've never really touched upon it too much, because I haven't really played it quite a bit. I played it a few times this month, and I've actually come to really appreciate it. First of all, they have a immense collection of cars you can choose from, and they also have extremely high detail to their cars, and their car modeling is really nice, and the interiors are just phenomenal. Like, this looks amazing if you see this on screen right now. Like, they take their time with their cars, and it really shows. Here in a second here, yeah, here's the dealership. Just look at how high detailed the cars are. Look at how nice the game looks. You can just like see all the detail that goes into the game and the cars. There's a wide selection. A lot of these cars are sports cars or SUVs. And or they have hypercars and supercars too, which is actually the main focus, is probably hypercars and supercars. But yeah, just like it's crazy how many cars they can fit into one game, I guess, for how high detailed they are. Because I don't think there's any other car game out there that has such like coolly detailed cars. I made up a word. Coolly is not a real word, is it? I'm not sure. But yeah, anyways, so Driving Empire does rank number 4 in this list. I would easily want to rank it number 3, but number 3 is reserved for a very underrated game. And yeah, anyways, let's move on to that very underrated game, guys. So for number 3, we have Midnight Racing Tokyo. Now, this game is absolutely phenomenal, and it is sadly very, very underrated in the Roblox driving and like racing community. And I felt the need to put it at number 3 because it's a phenomenal game. It's nothing crazy. Well, actually, it is pretty crazy, but it's nothing like over the top. It's just really good. It sticks to its genre, which is kind of like JDM car racing. It has super crazy customization, which I'll show you guys in a moment here. And it has a ton of maps, which I'll also show you. But here is a snippet of me customizing my Nissan 350Z. This game is very, very JDM influenced. If you guys like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, you guys are gonna love this game because it has a bunch of crazy cars. Main focus is like 90s and kind of like late 80s Japanese sports cars. They also have some 2000 sports cars and very underrated sports cars. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure they have a CLK 500 sedan or something. Correct me if I'm incorrect. They for sure have an RX-8 and stuff like that. And it's just a really cool game, especially when you look at all the customization. The game does also have very frequent updates, which is very nice for the community. And yeah, anyways, so here is me showcasing. How much is that? 5 maps. That is just crazy. Like, imagine a game having 5 maps. I don't think there's any other like racing game out there that has 5 maps. And here's me driving on another map. This map's like kind of like mainly a race Toge map. And in just a few moments here, I will show you guys the dealership. This game does not have a crazy amount of cars, but it has a good amount of cars where it's kind of like cliche. No, not cliche. It's like clique it goes for. And it has the right cars. I'll just say that. It has some questionably weird cars, has like some Chryslers for some reason, stuff like that. But all around, the cars are really cool, and they do match the vibe the game goes for. And here we are going through it, and not every single car has customization, but they are continuously doing updates to give a bunch of cars customization. And yeah, anyways, game is extremely underrated. It'll be linked in the description down below. And yeah, anyways, let's move on to number 2. Okay guys, so for number 2, we have Southwest Florida, which is actually the game that started my YouTube channel. So I have a huge links to this game. And yeah, this game's very crazy. It's blown up, actually. It's a huge roleplay game now. A good roleplay server, which is not biased or anything. BSFR, I'll have that link down in the description down below if you guys want to go join BSFR so you can roleplay in Southwest Florida. But yeah, Southwest Florida has a crazy map. It only has 1 map, but it's humongous. Like, it takes, like, I'm driving a Lamborghini Aventador SV something. It takes me forever to get across map, which is good and bad in some contexts. I feel like the map could be a tiny bit smaller. But, you know, that's just personal preference and stuff like that. But yeah, it has a ton of areas. You can buy houses, stuff like that, RPing them, do family RPs. It's just crazy. This game does have a huge amount of supercars and hypercars if you guys are into that. So if you guys like that, you guys can go ahead and do that. So here, for example, we're driving my Ferrari. It has every car is like indicators, stuff like that. Working horns. You know, it is a RP game, but it has a lot of sporty car elements in it, I guess, is what you could say. Could I say that? I guess I could say that, right? But yeah, the game is like actually really good. Originally it wasn't the best when I first started out, but it's actually devs like really listen to their community, which a lot of games actually don't really do that too much. Anyways, here's a garage, ton of cars. There's trucks, and this game also has motorcycles, which is a huge contributing factor to why it's number 2 on our list. But yeah, Southwest Florida devs always listen to their communities. They're really good with that, and that's why they are number 2. Anyways, so for number 1, we have Greenville, Wisconsin, Roblox, which might be a bit biased, but this is low-key my main game on Roblox. Well, it has been my main game for my YouTube channel. I am starting to branch out, though, because a lot of you guys want to see me branch out to other games, so I'm doing that. But Greenville has a huge thanks to the uplifting of my channel. This game is crazy. It has some loaded features like AEB, gas system, MPG, car wash system. Here you can see my car ran out of gas, and when filling it back up isn't anything crazy, but you do often have to go to the gas station and get your car filled up. You can also go into a car wash here. As you can see, my car is dirty. I'm going to put it through the car wash, and when we're out of the car wash, look how nice and clean my car is. That's just absolutely phenomenal. The game also has a huge amount of cars in the dealership you can choose from. What I also appreciate about this game, it has a lot of supercars and hypercars, but it does focus on more realistic cars you'd see in the area it is based off, which is Greenville, Wisconsin. And yeah, that's why Greenville, Wisconsin Roblox is number 1. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think are the top 5 or best 5 driving games on Roblox down in the comments down below. And let me know if you guys would want to see a part 2. And also, I'm sorry if this video was a bit weird. I've never really done a list video on several games. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.